What's most important to me in these pieces, in all of my work, is that the woman rediscovers her agency. I'm Reena Kapoor, and I have been involved with EnActe for several years. This is my first year, however, being part of WEFT, and WEFT stands for Women Enacting for Themselves. It has been my great honor and pleasure to be able to write a few different pieces that EnActe has very kindly accepted and is going to be launching them in this month of April. My reason for having my heroines find their agency within is to actually send a message that while we have to fight these wars and there is a good fight out there to be had, ultimately she is within you, and at some point she chooses to rise. Many of the messages that are being sent out are reflecting at least parts of the culture that have to be fought. So you can't simply fight a film, you have to actually fight people. Sometimes they're your own family members and it's very inconvenient, but you have to speak up at home, and you have to speak up in society, and you have to speak up at a party, and you have to speak up when a film shows something glorified that shouldn't be glorified. I think it's a balance. You have to, hold those responsible who choose to continue to put forward messages that make no sense and that are wrong, and that try to hold women down. If you want to keep a group down or women down or people down, one of the things you have to convince them of is that they are powerless. Victimization is a great way to keep women down, to tell them that they're helpless and that, oh my God, this happened to you and now you're unable to do anything, or unable to get married, and unable to speak, and you're impure, and you're this and you're that. However, at some point, victimization has to end. And what I mean is the feeling of victimization, because there is no savior out there for any of us. And yes, there are people, family, friends, loved ones, sometimes people we don't even know who may come to our aid and may help us. But there is no other answer. Sooner or later, with ups and downs, lots of mistakes, lots of, falling by the wayside, a woman has to stand up. And at some point, her only way out is for her to say, that's it, enough. I now rise and get out of my way. As a writer, what I want to highlight is the woman who faces all this, but she says, I rise.